Hey everybody,
Hi guys,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here,
Low Cost Beauty Channel.
coming to you with another terrific Tip Tuesday with a little bit of a different twist this time.
Yes,
Mrs. Traveler has come up with, well, I'll let you tell them.
actually I came up with 10 tips on what not to do on a cruise.
And I have not been privy to this list, so this is all Mrs. Traveler's, and I'm going to listen to them and we'll discuss them together.
Yes, let's get started.
Don't do it.
The first one is don't limit yourself. Try new things.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like the Mr. Traveler mantra. Go out there and explore the world, try new things, eat new food, meet new people, experience new cultures. I love it.
Yes, you want to make sure that you try anything that you normally would not do. You want to go on an excursion that you never did before.
Do some karaoke, get out there, dance, try some food you never tried before.
Yes, or even rock climb, bungee jump, or zip line.
Go for it. I like it.
Number 2, make sure you don't miss the shows.
Don't miss the shows.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw some really good shows. I would agree with that statement.
Yes, we have.
Some have been better than others, but I would say this is a particularly good tip that brings to mind the Norwegian ships and the bigger Oasis class ships, because you have to book a lot of those entertainment options ahead of time before you even get on the ship if you want to partake. Like the diving show on the Allure and Oasis and Harmony,
Right.
those get sold out quickly.
Yes, and if you're too late, like 10-15 minutes late, they will lock the doors and you will not get in. So make sure you're on time for the shows.
Yeah, see the shows. We've seen some really good ones out there, and it will surprise you the stuff they can do at sea.
Next one, don't be late for the cruise ship boarding. There is a time difference.
Oh yeah, you don't want to miss the ship. That goes for when you board and when you're at port.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely give yourself ample time. I think like the latest you can do is like an hour before
Right.
the ship takes off when you're on the embarkation day, and that's pushing it. I wouldn't even get close to that. And then your port days, you want to make sure that you're back. Usually they tell you to be back on the ship a half an hour before they leave. But they will leave you. We've seen it done before.
Yes, and sometimes you cross into different time zones. Sometimes we go by our phone time instead of our watch time.
Yeah, always listening to the captain. They'll give you specific instructions, especially when you're like around daylight savings time. And the switch over, some places do and don't observe it. So sometimes you go to port and the captain will tell you stay on ship's time, which may be different from island time. So you can make sure that you have your watch and adjust it accordingly. Good tip.
And not your phone. Next one, don't sneak alcohol on the ship. They will catch you.
Yeah, don't do it. And that's part of the reason what has led to water bans on most of the cruise ships is because people were sneaking in white liquor, disguising them as water bottles.
Yeah.
And thus we have the water ban. That, and they just want to make money selling you water too. But
Right.
yeah, don't do it. We've known people that have done it.
I think they let you bring bottles back, but you don't want to try to sneak the liquor on the ship.
Yeah, you can bring a bottle or two of wine on there and you pay a corkage fee, but that's the extent of it. But you know, people are trying to sneak in liquor and all this other kind of stuff.
That's a good way to get kicked off the ship.
Yeah.
Next one, don't tell people your cabin number or your stateroom number.
Ooh, yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, you know, family members aside from that, just be careful. That's why your cabin number is not on your seal and sign card.
Right.
But you want to be careful because, and this actually happened to us, somebody charged over $500 worth of alcohol in one meal at a restaurant to our cabin. And you know, I don't know if they just randomly guessed our cabin number or overheard us talking about it. I don't know.
Yes.
But I've heard that happen before, so that's another. I check my sail and sign or our bill daily to make sure I don't see anything crazy on there.
You can actually check it on sometimes you can check it on the TV and take a look at it because you never know what can happen. You don't want to wait till the last day to get in that long line and check your bill. And then you find out $500 worth of liquor has been charged to your room like we did.
The two people who don't drink.
Right, we don't drink.
That's a good one, babe.
Yeah, thank you. Next one. Don't forget your passport or your ID.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'll miss the ship, won't you?
You will miss the ship. You will have to have information faxed from home. You can actually miss the entire cruise if you lose your ID. We have left our passports, but we had to run back home and get them really quick before our planes took off one day.
Yeah,
So,
that was scary. That's the only time that ever happened. But yeah, if you get to the ship and you don't have ID, your birth certificate, or your passport, or the proper documentation, there's a good chance you're not going to get on that ship.
Yes.
You may be able to have somebody express mail it to you the next day, but guess what? You're going to have to catch the ship up the next port of call, and a next day flight is not a cheap thing.
No, it's not. It's in the thousands. Next one. Don't book your flight too close to your departure time or arrival time.
That's a very good tip.
Thank you.
Yes, if you ever watched us at all, you already know that we promote going to the port at least a day, 2 days if you can, to have a little extra fun. But you know, I would promote going the day before, just to give yourself a little peace of mind, extend your vacation.
Yes, it'll feel like a longer vacation if you go a day before.
But if you're flying in the day of, make sure you try to get like the first thing smoking in the morning. You don't want to, I mean, you never know what happened. The ship, you had to be on board the ship by 3 or 4. Usually it's like 3 o'clock. And then, you know, if you take a noon flight, get there at 2, you got an hour to get to the port. I mean, what happens? What if the cab gets a flat? What if you're stuck in traffic? I mean, anything can happen. So don't do that to yourself. And same thing with going back home. You don't want to book anything too soon. I mean, you might be able to get off the ship a little bit early, but you just never know. I mean, we've been on a few ships where they've been delayed going into port for a variety of reasons. Weather, fog. Another ship has an emergency and they had to go in ahead of us. I mean, there's been a few times where that's happened. And if you've got like a 10 a.m., 11 a.m. flight, you might not make it. That's true. So if we ever are flying out on the day that we come back, I usually try to make it always past noon. You know, and what you can do is catch an excursion after you get off the ship. They have a lot of those excursions like in Miami where you go to the Everglades or you do a city tour bus, but all the ports, or most of them have an after cruise experience, and then they'll take you to the airport afterwards. Right. That's true. Next one, don't overpack like I do. Every cruise. I'm just gonna leave that alone. No, I'm guilty of it too because I've been the one overpacking lately. I've been trying to tone it down, but it's tough. Because I like to look nice at dinner, so I have all those dinner clothes, and then I have my shorts, and I overpack. You don't want to forget anything. That's my problem. I bring everything. Try not to overpack. Here's the thing. Really, take really good inventory of what you're packing. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and just kind of take inventory so you don't overpack it. I guess I'm not a really good authority on overpacking because I do it all the time. I'm sorry. I do it too. I failed. But try not to overpack. Don't be like us. You're not gonna wear all of it. No. Next one. Don't force everyone that you travel with to do the same activities you want to do, because they will get annoyed real quick. That's an interesting topic. It's interesting but true. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's true. You may go with a large group of family or a large group or whatever the case may be. You might even be on there with just another couple. Who knows? Everything's not for everybody. People have different tastes in things, what they consider fun. I would, take an inventory, say, hey, tomorrow we're going to the beach on this port. If you guys want to join us, meet us here at 8 o'clock. I wouldn't force the issue. I find times when you force the issue, hey everybody, we are all going to the beach at this time. And you got some people who don't like to swim. You got some people that don't want to be out in the heat. You got some people that don't want to get sand on them. That's true. You got some people that want to go do other things and not necessarily what you want to do. And so you have to remember that everybody's on vacation. And it's just my opinion, I don't think, and it's obviously your opinion too. It is my opinion. Everybody don't want to do what you want to do, and some people just want to be left alone on a vacation. Some people really want to relax, read a book, be by themselves. They don't really want to hang out. They just there to
to enjoy where they're going, versus us who like to, do excursions, zip line, do different things and explore. And some people are not into that. So we found along our way that everybody don't want to do what you want to do.
And then what you do is just meet up later on in the day, maybe at dinner or something, and then you guys can talk about individually what you guys did.
Yep.
That's so when we get to the group cruise next year, I'm not going to force the issue on everybody.
Oh no.
But I mean, here it is. I'll say, hey, listen, we have an idea for an excursion on this island, and everybody who's interested, let me know, and we'll get it set up. And people who don't want to do it, I mean, there's people that probably want to stay on a ship and read a book, or maybe go to the spa or whatever else, and that's perfectly fine.
That's fine.
It's your vacation.
Yes. Next one.
Good one.
And the last one, don't take valuables or a lot of cash on port. That is very important. You want to be very safe.
Yep, I agree with you on that one. Our rings.
Our rings don't go with us.
They stay in the safe.
You can even wear a fake one. A fake ring, get you a cubic zirconian or something that won't tarnish, like a silver band, and replace your wedding rings and everything with it. Well, we just don't even wear it at all.
I don't wear nothing at all. And then I even switch off, and I've said this to you guys before, but I switch off my sunglasses. Like, I take my expensive ones and I leave them, and I wear my Del Sols when we go out to the beach and stuff like that. And I don't want to ruin them or get them stolen or whatever else. So.
And they're more durable, and they can take the sand and the salt water.
Yeah. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful at the ports. Not to say any places are like really bad or anything, but you just need to be careful. And why take the added risk?
Yeah, you don't want to get on the port and pull out a wad of cash. Flashing around and counting your bills. You don't want to do that either.
It's like, yeah, look at that guy right there.
You don't want to do that because you are a tourist. You are not a local.
Well, I think that was a great list.
I think that's good. I thought that it would be helpful. I hope that our tips will help you all as well. And we'll see you for Hot Topic Thursday.
And I tell you what, I want to do another What Not to Do list, but I want to do it subscriber version. So to answer below on the video and tell us what your not to do lists are. Just give us one each. Please don't put a whole big long line.
Paragraph.
And we'll go through and get 10 of them, the top 10 ones we think are the best.
And we'll go ahead and air it for you guys. We're gonna say your name too.
Yep, we'll do. So we'll compile that list and we'll do that for the video next Tuesday.
And if you want to see our tips on first-time cruisers, things I wish I knew on my first-time cruise, you can click right here. All right, life short.
Have fun, guys.
Take care.
All right.
Bye, guys.